Now, a Honda Fit has always been, I think, kind of admirably low tech. These guys don't even try to bring this car into the 21st century. It's stuck firmly in the tail end of the 20th in terms of its tech. Our car is loaded, and here's what we've got. The standard and the unimpressive, though adequate, Honda navigation system. That's how it looks. There are no fancy views. There's no Google flyover, no 3D buildings, no cutesy rendering. It's pretty simple looking, kind of childish, I might say, but it works. Entertainment, we've got AM, FM, no HD radio, and I'm kind of surprised, no option for satellite radio, let alone standard on this car. That's also late 20th century. Under the CD aux button, you're going to find your optical slot addressable right there. You can see a ribbon of your track information on top of the map, which is a nice touch, or if you hit the audio button, you go to the full representation. And notice everything's a little bit slow to populate on this kind of system. Bluetooth. You do get meta tags in the Bluetooth that you can see. That's actually rather advanced. I'll give them points for that. A lot of more expensive cars don't do that. Aux jack is down here. USB lives up on top of the upper glove box, of which you've got two in a Fit. One by your knees and one in front of you. Basic sound system in this car, and that's as far as you can take it without going down to the car stereo store. A standard Fit has 4 speakers and 160 watts. The Fit Sport, the fancy car, with or without nav, has the same amplification, but 6 speakers. They add, I think, those 2 tweeters up on the dash. Now, other things that make a Fit Sport a sport, that's the car we've got, are these paddles that go with the automatic. You don't have to have an automatic on a Sport, but if you do, you're going to get the paddles thrown in. That's fine by me. Now, speaking of the transmission in general, you can get this car with a 5-speed manual or 5-speed automatic across the line. But note this. If you want to get the navigation system, you're going to have an automatic. These two are always married in a Fit. There are no manual navigation cars. You drop it in drive, put it back here into Sport, that's nice, but notice, R does not get you a rear view camera. There ain't one. This used to annoy me on the Fit, these horrible kind of unground welds, and down here this kind of icky joint, but now I just find it charming. What other car has this much cheek to offer Soviet-era build work? Okay, here's the scenario. You're driving down the highway, and look, there's Chris Christie thumbing a ride. You better be driving a Fit, because it's about the only affordable car that you can get his big Jersey ass in the back of, at least with the seats down. Every time I get in here, I think I'm meeting the first cousin of a Honda generator. That's not funny. Anyway, this is the one choice only, 1.5-liter side saddle 4 driving the front wheels. Nothing high tech or highfalutin going on here. The numbers bear that out. 117 horse, 106 foot-pounds of torque. Now, 0 to 60 on an automatic car is 9.5 seconds, getting you 2835 mpg. That's the better mpg, but it's the lower speed. The manual gearbox car is going to get you lower mpg, 2733, but shave a second off the 0 to 60 down to 8.5, and of course that will apply to corresponding better response throughout the power range. Choice is yours. Driving the Fit is about as underwhelming as you're imagining, which isn't the same as unpleasant. It's gutless, but it's also direct in its lack of rubbery layers of software and elaborate powertrain mappings, or at least that's how it feels. I always crave having this car with a stick, which would make it snappier if thirstier. Ride quality is, shall we say, unvarnished, and I like the high, airy greenhouse and light handling for just normal everyday driving. Okay, buying a Fit is not so much about going CNET style, as you can see, but about avoiding going stupid style. Let me explain what I mean. The car bases at about $16,000. The package you should get is the one that makes it a sport. For $1,700, you get the 16-inch alloys. The body kit, it's a simple one, but it's some fairings, different chin, and that little spoiler all color keyed. You couldn't do that alone for $1,700. You're also going to get the leather-wrapped wheel, 6-speaker audio, and the steering wheel mounted controls for the audio system. That's a hell of a deal. The package that isn't a good deal is the one that makes this a navigation car. For $2,630, that gets you the meh navigation system, the voice command system, and Bluetooth hands-free, which ought to be standard.